Welcome to the 2023 Western Minnesota Steam Threshers Reunion. These are just some of the many stories told by the military veterans who have served this country.
My name is Jerry Carlson. I was born and raised in Frazee, Minnesota. I presently live southeast of Park Rapids, and I spent 3 years in the Army Security Agency. I was stateside, stationed about 30 miles west of Boston. And one Sunday, my buddy and I wanted to attend church off base. So we took his car and we drove off base. We came to his church first, which was a Baptist church. He got out and went there, and I was driving his Kentucky car to my Lutheran church, and I stopped at a stop sign, and a woman rear-ended me. And the cops came. I didn't end up in church, but I ended up in jail because I was driving a Kentucky car in the state of Massachusetts with my Minnesota driver's license. Back then, Massachusetts, the Kennedy state, had crazy laws. So I spent Sunday evening in jail. Monday morning, I appeared before a judge, and the arresting officer told my crazy story, and the judge said, "You're free to go, son." And then shortly after that crazy law, it was called the Third Street Involvement, Third State Involvement thing was finally abolished. It was crazy. But in the military, I was a high-speed radio operator, Morse code, but I spent most of my time inside of a radio hut, which was a radio hut in the back of a 2.5-ton truck. And we monitored Morse code from worldwide, and of course it was all in code, and I didn't know what it actually said, but that is what I did. Yeah, I was in from 53 to 56.
My name is John Larson. I'm from West Fargo, North Dakota. I was drafted in 1968. I was sent to Thailand as a radio operator. When I got over there, they didn't need radio operators, they need truck drivers. At the time I was 19 years old, I had never been in a semi in my life, and that's what I drove. And you also drive on the opposite side of the road over there. I was there from November of 68 till December of 69. I've been a member of ROLLAG for about 20 years. I work up in the sandbox in the construction area. I would like to thank everybody for coming out here for our show. We really appreciate it.
Okay. Well, my name is Gerald Franklin, and I'm from Martin, North Dakota. That is close to Harvey because it's a small town. And I was in the Army. I got drafted in 1969 and served through 71, and 1969 we had the most men in Vietnam of all the years we were there, and so it was I was a medic, and so I got to take care of the men that were wounded, and I worked in Fitzsimmons Hospital in Denver and was stationed they moved me to Fort Carson, Colorado. That's where I got released from, and so yeah, this is my first time here in ROLLAG, and we wanted to come for many years, and we just decided this year we're coming, and I really appreciate the emphasis on the veterans. That was a great idea, and so I'm just happy to be here and enjoy my time here.
Hi, my name is DeForest Slosher. I was a lieutenant colonel in the United States Air Force Reserve out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, the 934th Aerovac Squadron. I was in the military from 1976 to 1980 as a security forces in Air Force, and then I got out for 23 years and I went back in at 46 as an officer in the Air Force Reserve as a flight nurse. I'm a veteran of Afghanistan, Iraq, Germany, and the Persian Gulf. Flew many wounded out of those zones and then back to the United States. I was stationed in the States as well at 3 locations, Andrews Air Force Base. And then I have another little story to tell you. The Steam Threshers reunion where they hold it is part of my father's family's farm that was sold during the Depression. And the way my dad tells it, the uncle that sold it was kind of kicked out of the family. Because I don't know the rest of the story behind it, but my dad, before he died, we came here to the Steam Threshers reunion in the early 90s, late 80s, and he told me stories about hunting gophers around the pond and selling the pelts to the county for pennies a piece. And he didn't talk much about his family because it broke up during the Depression, and he went off to Washington to live with an aunt, and then he went into the Navy during World War II. But that's kind of my story about the Steam Threshers. I'm not a member, but I would like to be a member one day.
Hi, my name is Susan Olson. I'm from Hawley, Minnesota. I was in the United States Navy and I was in for 20 years. I've been a member, well, not really a member, but I've been coming here to ROLLAG since I got out of the Navy in '94. And so I went with a church group and we serve on Saturday morning. We have the best breakfast. If you ask a lot of people, they come here specifically to come to our church stand for our breakfast. Other churches probably won't like that. But as far as duty stations and where I started out in the administrative personnel field, and then I switched over into the physical security job in the Navy. And I was able to go from enlisted and I transitioned to officer. But I am really glad to see that they are putting on this little show and display here at ROLLAG because a lot of people really like to see this kind of stuff. So
we salute these veterans and thank them for their service to this country. If you'd like to share these stories, please do so by clicking on the share button below.